You're listening to the Intuitive Souls Podcast. I am your host, Erica Russo, psychic medium and intuitive development coach. This show is all about giving you the conversations, tools, and wisdom you need to live life the intuitive way. Whether you are waking up, wanting to develop your intuition and connection to spirit, or wanting to live a more magical life, I got you covered. I give you grounded, practical, and insightful content that helps you wake up, level up, and connect with your soul. I'm excited you are here. Let's wake up together. Hello, welcome to the Intuitive Souls Podcast. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. I'm very excited that you are here, and I want to give you fair warning to buckle up. You are tuning in as I am experiencing a major shamanic death or dark night of the soul or evolution or transformation, whatever we want to call it. I am in it. And just like I have been doing for how many years I've been doing this podcast, going on 4 years, I'm going to use this podcast as a sounding board, and I'm going to use it for a tool for my own healing. And I'm also obviously going to be giving you all the things and talking about the things that I'm passionate about and the things that I know about. But I really kind of want to use this place that I created for myself so many years ago to show the evolution, to give you guys an insider's look as to what healing and transformation actually looks and feels like. Because, spoiler alert, sometimes it fucking sucks. Sometimes it's not fun. Sometimes healing hurts. Sometimes healing is the last thing that we want to do. Sometimes it makes us get in the mud. And I'm just going to fucking let it flow. I am just going to share with you tools and tips and tricks, and I'm going to show you my journey and what it is that I'm experiencing when healing is actually taking place. Because there is this idea that floats around the personal and spiritual development world where healing is beautiful, and it's a beautiful Pinterest picture of a girl looking at the sun in a meadow of wildflowers with a beautiful dress on. And that is so far from the truth. Healing is not linear. Healing doesn't feel good. It is when we are in those darkest moments. It is when we are balls deep in those miserable, ugly, not feel good emotions that true transformation is taking place. True learning and evolution and growth is taking place. It is when we are in our discomfort is where we are growing the most. And with that being said, I'm going to share with you a recording that I recorded about two weeks ago. Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago, where I just intuitively decided after a massive breakthrough session with myself to come up and to record me processing through what transpired and what it actually feels like to take responsibility for your healing and your growth and show up for yourself. So again, fair warning, I'm in the mud while I recorded this. I wasn't feeling good. I was in my feels. I was, living my best Drake life. And there were tears and there was honesty and there was authenticity, and it was extremely vulnerable for me. And I've been sitting on this particular podcast episode for 2 weeks because my ego has stepped in here and there and been like, are you sure you really want to share that? Like, that's a little, And my soul continues to whisper, yes, share it, show up. Let people know that it's okay to not be okay. Obviously, I'm doing much better now, but healing comes in waves, and we have to be ready for it and we have to be open to it. And I hope that this episode and I hope that this recording of me literally in the mud, I am in the mud, I am feeling my feels in this recording. I hope it gives you that okay to let yourself feel, to let yourself be human, to let yourself feel the feelings, to let yourself let go of the shame of not being happy 100% of the time. We are here for the human experience, and whether we like it or not, we have to feel all of the feelings, whether those are anger, grief, despair, sadness, joy, bliss, whatever it is, you're going to be okay. We're all going to be okay. So I hope that this podcast episode, and I hope that this podcast, and I hope that me being vulnerable, showing up and sharing with you my journey helps you. And I hope that it pushes you, and I hope that it makes you know how deeply and completely okay it is to not be okay and to be human. It is, life is a beautiful thing, whether that doesn't feel good or not at times. So I hope that you enjoy this episode, and thank you guys again. If I didn't say it before, thank you guys so much for your continued support, and thank you for watching me or listening to me on this journey. And if you are interested, because I have deactivated my Instagram account as well as taken off all social media on my phone because I fucking want to. I'm going to be focusing more on YouTube content eventually. I am sharing a lot of classes, a lot of recordings on YouTube for, however long I feel like it. So be sure to subscribe to me on YouTube. I will have the information to do that in the show notes. And that's really it, guys. Brace yourself, because this Aquarius is all up in her feels in the next section. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Hey guys, welcome to the Intuitive Souls podcast. I'm not going to go into that whole welcome motto phrase thing that I said for so many episodes because it doesn't feel good anymore. And this podcast and my life and my business have just rerouted, and I'm not sure where that route is taking me or this podcast or my business or my life, but it's time for a change. And my human was really hesitant about running upstairs and recording this podcast because I'm in the mud right now. I'm really feeling it. I just did a breathwork session with myself, and a lot of stuff came up, and maybe I just wanted to come up and record this because I want to let people know that it's okay. It's okay not to be okay. And it's okay to feel like shit. I don't really want to get into the personal details about what really is triggering all of this healing with me. Maybe when I'm ready, maybe when I feel up to it, I will be a little bit more open about it, but just know that I'm not okay right now. And I am okay with that. And maybe this is going about being a leader or being a guide or whatever the fuck you want to call me. Maybe I'm doing this completely wrong. Maybe I'm not supposed to show this part. Maybe I'm supposed to hide the healing in the shadows and just talk about all of the high vibe shit and be the smartass that I am and everything like that. But that's fucking bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. I'd rather be hated for who I am and for showing up authentically me than hiding the shadows and the darkness. It's just me. We're not going to get to where we have to go as a collective by hiding, by bypassing. It's not going to help, and it's certainly not helping people who are on the healing journey, bypassing shit that you don't want to feel. I'm just going to kind of be open, and I'm just going to allow spirit to speak through me right now. I have no idea what the topic is, but maybe I just want people to know that it's okay. I really, really just want people to know that it's okay not to be okay. To feel pain and to feel anger and to feel hurt and to feel betrayal and to feel used and abused and taken advantage of. It's okay. And I can talk about, you know, the whole human experience and how we have to feel all the feelings. And I want to, I guess, show people what it feels like when you're in the feelings, when you're in the mud, when you're literally in the mud, when you feel raw. Because that's how I feel right now. That's how my human feels. I could sit here and I could get all esoteric and I can say, you know, there's hidden lessons and everything comes with a silver lining. And it does. It really does. And I know that there are lessons, and I know that this is some sort of fucked up gift from the universe or my guides or God or whoever you want to call it. And I know that it's reverting me to a place where I need to go, and it's shining light on things that I need to heal in order to step into that next level version of myself. But that doesn't take away the rawness. It doesn't take away feeling like a sad sushi roll. It doesn't take away the urge of wanting to just lay in my bed and cuddle with my dog and just cry. It doesn't take away any of that. Even knowing that in 3 months, 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years, I'm going to look back at this season of my life and know that this was a gift. But I need to honor the present moment. We all need to honor the present moment. And we need to feel to heal. And right now, I feel not good. I feel like a punching bag. And I'm trying my hardest to accept it. I've spent many, many years, if not most of my life, bypassing things, bypassing feelings that I didn't want to feel, stuffing them in the closet, stuffing them under wherever I could, and not dealing with them because I didn't know that you had to feel it. I was never trained. I was never taught that this is what healing looks like. I was never taught that this is what the human experience entails. Having to feel it, having to learn from it, having to feel like shit sometimes. I didn't know. I didn't know. I was brought up in a family where emotions, we didn't know them. So sitting here right now and talking about this, it's still pretty new to me. I feel like I'm a toddler when it comes to emotional intelligence and, you know, the correct form of healing through something. So there was a part of me, I was sitting outside and just sitting in the sun and taking some big deep breaths and dousing myself in eucalyptus oil. And a part of me said, you should go and record a podcast when you feel like this, because this is giving other people an opportunity to know that this is what fucking healing looks like. This is what change looks like. This is what closing a chapter looks like. And it's okay. We're all going to be okay. We're all going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Even when you don't feel okay. Everything is temporary. Nothing lasts forever. Not even when we are so fixated and stuck on the feelings we don't want to feel. When you are in the mud, that is when the real healing is taking place. When something is being ripped open, that is when the real healing is taking place. We can talk all about alignment and Abraham Hicks and getting into the vortex and, mindset work and everything like that. But we cannot discredit being in the mud. Because it's in those moments where maybe you feel worthless, maybe you feel like shit. Maybe you feel like you're knocked down and at rock bottom. But just remember, they're just feelings. They're just emotions. Emotions are just energy in motion. Emphasis on the motion. They're going to pass. And you're going to come out stronger and you're going to come out wiser. And everything's going to make sense in hindsight. But you got to feel it. The only way through it is to feel it. And here I am feeling it. So, man, I really hope in a year from now I'm recording an episode where all of this makes sense, where I begin to see the gift in the mud. And if you're listening to this when you're going through it, just know you're not the only one. You know, our feelings are just so powerful, right? Our emotions are just so powerful. And they can cloud things. And right now, my human feels like a punching bag. But my soul is whispering to me that this was all going to be worth it. So I am sorry if you listen to this podcast because you like the high, you like to feel good and it gives you something to start your day off in like a positive way. But I would be doing a disservice if I didn't take this opportunity and make this turn shit to gold, I guess. If you honor your healing and if you honor your shadow, you're always going to hold your power. You're always going to remember who you are when you need to remember that. So, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your ongoing support while I try to figure out the next chapter of the Intuitive Souls podcast and what that looks like, what it feels like. Thank you. Just thank you. I'm going to be okay. Just so you know. I'll see you guys when I see you. Have a good day.